And we're back. And the reason why this game doesn't have intensely difficult character creation like Final Fantasy 1 is because it's not lame. So, here's your save point. If you wish to use a tent, now would be a good time. In fact, nah, I don't have enough tents and I don't want to buy more. But Haven, something obviously big is going to be happening soon. Shouldn't you be prepared? Oh, don't worry. I'm prepared. This is the engineer's compartment. We gotta find a way to stop this thing fast. Something's written here. Stop the train, shut the first and third pressure valves, and throw the switch located on the smokestack. Boom. Boom. Now we gotta find the smokestack. That should be easy, right? Oh, it's right here. Well, that was easy. Train should stop if we throw the switch. So, you're the ones who have been slowing me down. That's right. The train is attacking us. Say hello to the Phantom Train. Now there are a lot of very complex strategies you can be involved in this fight, including suplexing a fucking train, which we're gonna do. Fuck yes! We have suplex a train. Okay, there are tons of very complex strategies that I'm in here in the item menu to make sure we can discuss them. First of all, you want to make sure your health stays above a certain point because he will be hitting you. Also, this is a back attack, so you are in the back row. Thankfully, that doesn't necessarily matter because too many characters aren't going to be using physical attacks. You probably want the extra defense because most of the Ghost Train's attacks are physical. Also, keep in mind, it is an extremely dangerous opponent because it's actually pretty darn fast because it's a fucking train. However, if you follow some of my tips and make sure your health stays above a certain point, you can ignore all of that because guess what? It's considered undead. Bye-bye! Ta-da! If you're asking me why I suplex the train first, because why do I need a reason to suplex a train? I will let you go, but first there's something I must do. You fucking suplex a train. One of the most famous and hilarious things you can do in Final Fantasy VI. Looks like the Phantom Train has agreed to let us go. It seems we have arrived. Ew, glad to be off that thing. The faster we leave that train behind, the better. Is that... Elaine? Owain? Is it Cyan? Was that your wife and son? The train's leaving. Please, wait. Elaine! Owain! My love, you made me so happy. Thank you. Dad, I'll keep pressing on my sword so I can keep Mom safe. Remember, the Phantom Train takes the souls of the dead to the next destination. Now, for now, the only person in our party is Sabin, but in a moment we're going to have something important to do. Best leave him be. Alright, first things first. Remove all. Yep, we're at the point where we're going to be losing Shadow. Remove all. Sorry, when you adjust relics, it automatically re-equips everything. It's silly, but it happens. Optimize, optimize, and that's right, Ninja Gear can be worn by Sabin. So we're gonna go ahead and switch him out with Ninja Gear and keep the Kenpo Gear off. Relics. So this does mean that basically you just want to defend with Shadow because he can do nothing. His equipment's gone. But I think we're officially at the point where he is guaranteed to leave your party before the next important event happens. Stray kitties. Meow. The Barren Falls. This must be Barren Falls. To the south of here lies the Veldt. 'Tis a wild and dangerous land inhabited by all manner of ferocious beasts. But if we turn around and go back, the Empire will be waiting for us. The village of Mobliz lies on the eastern coast. If we could make it through the Veldt, we could head there. I have served my purpose. Shadow! Thanks for your help. Let's team up again sometime. Yep, there he goes. Now do you choose to dive into the falls? On your way down, you fight the Opinicus fish! Not very strong, in case you couldn't tell. But yeah, not only did we fight while outrunning a train, also these are RNG, how many of the Opinicus fish you get in each encounter. Not only did we have to fight while getting chased down by a train, but we have to fight attacking fish while falling down a waterfall. Is it any wonder Sabin's scenario is one of the most well-loved moments of Final Fantasy VI? It is madness to the highest degree. It's like something out of a really, really good martial arts film. Thankfully, we're more than strong enough to one-shot these fish every single time it's our turn, so we're not taking a ton of damage. Mind you, this fish creatures from Final Fantasy X, I think you have to be more specific. There were a lot of fish creatures, I think, in Final Fantasy X. They like to do underwater segments. Alright. This is Rizopas. It has 775 health, and that's pretty much it. Basically, your goal is just to kill it as soon as possible, because the more attacks it gets off, the less likely you are to survive. Because you don't have a dedicated healer. Thankfully, we wiped it right the hell out. And once again, Sabin just has an affinity for washing up on the shorelines of other places. A youth draped in monster hides, his eyes shining with a warm and gentle light. Say hello to Gao. Who are? Digging the music? I hope you are. Say hello to the Veldt. Veldt is an interesting place. You're in the Veldt, you're going to fight every single enemy you've encountered thus far. That's right, this place doesn't have its own encounter table, it just takes the encounter table from pretty much everywhere. And they're gonna fight just like they did then. Now, of course, the exceptions are definitely bosses, so you're not gonna fight any bosses. But you are gonna find Gau. Ooh, wahoo! Do your best not to attack him. He's obviously not an enemy. Oh, I'm hungry. Fortunately, we don't have anything to feed him. So... you just kind of have to sit here awkwardly. How long do we sit here awkwardly? No, I think we do have to scare him away. Wow! You, strangers! Go away! Go away from Veldt! Yeah, and that scares him off. You can't end the encounter until he does that. You don't get any experience from these fights. You do get something from the fights, but it's not something we know yet. Let me check my notes real fast. Alright, so we want to go to Mobliz, which I believe is to our east. Yes? No? Little white dot on our mini-map? Okay, there's something we need to pick up in Mobliz. Actually, a couple of things. You came down Barren Falls. Unbelievable. Thawing was stronger than usual this year. No one's been able to get here lately. Is it true the war's broken out? I got a letter saying it had. Carrier pigeons are only linked to the outside world. Did you see the house in the far northern plains? The old man has lost his marbles. Say he threw out his own kid, thinking he was some kind of monster. The region is known as the Veldt. Monsters migrate here from all over the world, so it can be quite dangerous outside of town. You never know what you might run into. Alright, weapon, armor, and relics. All very important things in this town. So, mithril knife. I do not have anything listed. But we do definitely want mithril claw. And a katetsu. So we can upgrade the weapons of our main party. Oh, wait. No, there's definitely something I want to buy. Or not. No, he doesn't have it here. We don't need anything. They're all weaker than what we already have. Buckler, heavy shields if you want them, but everybody who can equip them has equipped them. Plumed hat, magus hat. For our two mages, I believe we will... hold on. Iron helm, ugh, lots of things that need upgrading. Owie. Okay, we don't have the money for all this stuff. So, and we need to go to the item shop first. So, armor will save you. I know. Don't worry. I will be getting armor and stuff, but there's some other money-related things we need to take care of. Out hunting yesterday, I could have sworn I saw a kid running around with a bag of monsters. I wonder if it was just my overactive imagination. Bow wow! I threw some dried meat into a herd of hungry animals last time I was out in the Veldt, and would you believe it? Some kid scrambled out of the herd and ran off with it. Yes indeed. Go to the item shop and buy some dried meat. It is recommended you buy 4 to 5 for now. It's going to be important. Powerful ocean currents run through the Serpent Trench. Have you ever heard about them? No. It's going to give us a little bit of a view. You see that crescent-shaped area is also going to be important. But he's going to show us what the Serpent Trench is like. Hop in the current and you'd be swept straight to Nikkei. Too bad our only diving helmet was stolen. So it looks like to be able to get to Nikkei, one of the other towns, we would need the access of a diving helmet. Shh, you have to be quiet. The soldier inside this house is hurt real bad, so Mom says we have to keep our voices down. A grievously injured soldier when we went in a village not too long ago. I dressed his wounds, but his condition doesn't seem to be improving. Those letters coming from the town of Miranda are the only thing keeping him going. I'm a soldier from Miranda. When our town fell to the Empire, I was forced to join the Imperial Army. I tried to flee rather than help them attack Doma, but they came after me. I barely escaped alive. Now I can't even move. I'll never see Lola again. There's a letter on my desk. Would you be kind enough to bring it to me? There are even more Imperial soldiers walking the streets of Miranda these days, but things are peaceful otherwise. The flowers in the garden will soon bloom and announce the arrival of spring. How are you doing? I'm worried. I so wish I could fly to your side and be with you. Please think only about getting better. Try not to push yourself too hard. Rest knowing that I spend every day thinking only of you and wishing I could see you. Lola. I'd like to write her back, but I don't have the strength to even pick up a pen. Alright, so we want to follow this guy for a sec. This is actually important, what we're doing right now. I think we're going to go inside the carrier pigeon place real fast. So you want to send a letter to Lola for that injured soldier. Posted Miranda is 500 gil. Alright, send it. And obtain an elixir while we're at it. The entrance to the Serpent Trench lies within Crescent Mountain near the southern part of the continent. This is why I was telling you to hold on to your money. Dwayne and Keterin are both 16. Oh, what a magical age. The springtime of love. Sprint shoes and a white cape. Extremely expensive. Prevents imp and silence. Consider getting that if you have the extra money. I do not. You can also rest for free, I think, in the... in his bed, if you wish. Ah, young love. Now, to progress the event that just happened, what we have to do is we have to either talk to a merchant or rest at the inn. We've already done that. We talked to a merchant. A relic merchant. And that makes this letter show up. I can't find your favorite record. I thought if I played it, it might feel like you were here with me again. I'd do anything for Lola. If only I could move. So now what we do is we wait for that guy to go to his house. Let's go over here. Do that. I think we need to talk to him at all. I don't know, actually. He might not be important to this side quest at all. You can send a record for 500 gil. We'll send a record. Now we go talk to another merchant. This time we're going to go to the armor merchant so we can buy some armor. But keep in mind that you're going to want a couple thousand gil left over because, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to buy myself... Let's see. Iron armor can upgrade what we've got now. It's sprint free in this game, and that sprint ring thingy wasn't useless. The sprint ring makes it so that your sprint speed is doubled. So it's not useless. You just sprint super fast and in an almost uncontrollable way. So it's not useless, it's just hard to get used to. Alright, we'll buy 2 Magus hats for our casters. And I will buy a single iron helm, because that's useful to who's in our party. Optimize. Oh, I forgot to upgrade my equipment. Alright, and now that we talked to a merchant... Yeah, stream chat lag, so you weren't able to ask your question, but I already answered it. So... get moving. Alright, there's a new letter. Mother is taken ill, and we can't afford to buy medicine. If only we had more potion. Alright, she needs more potion. Guess what we have? potion. You can send a potion for 500 gil. Alright, let's go talk to a merchant. Boom. That progresses the event. Thank you, sir. I haven't heard from you for some time now, and I'm beginning to worry. I'm gonna send a letter for 500 gil. Alright, talk to a merchant. Don't worry, we're almost done with this little quest. And we still have plenty of gil left over, so we will be able to do some stuff. However, we're probably going to hold off on buying more equipment while we're here, because the equipment for the characters we have in our party is upgraded already. Everybody else is on their own, but they'll be fine. You mentioned a book in your last letter. Sometime you'll have to let me read it too. You can send a book for 500 gil. Talk to a merchant. Don't worry, we're almost done. No letter. I heard. You've been sending Lola all kinds of things in my name. Wish to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please accept this as a token of my appreciation. Ting tin Tinnablum Budum. That's this thing. Collar with a small bell that rings as the wearer walks. Restores hit points with every step taken. That's right. So now we have a way to restore your health just by walking. I'm actually going to go to the relic store real fast because I want to double check if you can rest in the bed there. But we're not done around here, obviously. We need to somehow get ourselves a diving helmet, and now that we have some dried meat, maybe we can talk to that feral child, Gao. Plus, you get the awesome beat of the villain. It's a gold bear! Sometimes Gao doesn't show up. Then you do get experience and stuff. They even have Templars and Imperial soldiers for some reason. Gotta be careful not to speed up too much, because if Gao shows up... I'm sorry, I don't think you get experience in here. I think you only get gil and whatever items they would drop. And that's only, again, if Gao doesn't show up. If you recognize these enemies, that's because you should. They're from the very beginning of the game. There's Gao. Whoa! Where are you? Dried meat. Wow, I'm hungry. What the? What a peculiar child. I am Cyan, and this is Sabin. You Sabin, you Cyan. Me want more food. Sorry, all gone. You go, get more for me. You're a regular little munchkin, aren't you? And you, afraid of me. You want some of this? Me not want to hurt you. Stop looking at me like that. You're pretty tough for a little guy. Have fun. You strong. You fall for it. Fall for a trick. Shut up. Oh dear. Do simmer down, sirs. And thou, wild one, who might thou be? Thou? Thou! 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 You angry? Cyan? You angry me? Cyan? You angry me? Now listen, his family was just... Okay? Me understand. Me sorry. Gao not mean person. Water under the bridge. Let's not dwell on such things. So Gao, I have a feeling you will get along quite well. Wilt thou join us? Oh! Gao give you a present. Gao gives Cyan and Sabin a nice present. Thanks for food. Alright. What manner of rubbish do you suppose he's gonna give us? Gao's treasure. Shiny, shiny. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Can anything be that shiny? Mr. Thou like shiny thing? Mr. Thou's that one over there. Shiny thing, huh? Locke's gonna be jealous when he hears about this. Well, who Locke? He bad man? Will you try to steal Gao's treasure? Locke? Well, he's... Listen when someone's talking to you. I believe he's trying to tell us something. Fine. Well, what is it? Here! Here. Shiny thing here. Where Sabin is, that Mobliss. Cyan stand place. River bring you. Gao stand Crescent Mountain. Moonshaped Mountain. Shiny thing there. Well then, shall we be off? Might as well see what's all this Crescent Mountain of his. Why, we have to invite someone like him along. Mr. Thou, hurry up! We leave you behind! I told you before, my name is not Mr. Thou! Here's how to build up Gao's skills. 1. Choose the leap command that appears only when you are in the Veldt. Keep fighting on the Veldt, and eventually Gao will reappear. When he reappears, you will have learned all the attacks of the monsters you were fighting when he left, as well as those you were fighting when he returned. Wow! Choose Rage to have Gao use any of the attacks he's learned. And now, please continue your quest. Poor Kappa. But that short explanation is actually pretty much the entirety of the explanation, except for one caveat. When you use Rage, Gao will be stuck into using the commands of whatever monster you've chosen for his Rage command. So, for pretty much the entirety of that fight. So first things first, leap! When he leaps, the fight ends. So all the enemies he leapt at, he's going to learn all of their skills, not just one of them, one enemy type. And then when you see him next, is when he will learn more skills and return. However, a little bit of a caveat. When he returns, do your absolute best not to harm him. If you harm him, he will leave until the next time. However, there is a little trick to that. Oops, I need to do something. I need to sort. There's a little trick to that. Say the enemy you just fought was not one whose rage skill you really care about. If you attack Gao, he'll leave until another fight. So, you can attack him and then wait for the next group of enemies. It's hard to control exactly when he pops back up, though. Unfortunately, he didn't get Magitech skills. Darn. Magitech armor skills from enemies are actually pretty lame, so don't worry about that. I'm going to be doing this for a little while because it is kind of important to give Gao some skills. Because he doesn't even have an attack command. Ooh, wow. So basically just don't attack him. You don't have to give him any more dried meat. I'm Gao. Gao, your friend. Friend! I join you again. Poof. Now, if you go to Gao's skills, Feral Youth is his class, by the way. Go to Rage, he has Zagrum, Angel Whisper, Were-Rat, he had some abilities already, Belmadar, Silver Lobo, Hornet, Cartagra, Nautiloid, and Exocyte, as well as Magitech Armor. He also has Urok. And yes, this is still going down. That menu is humongous. You want to get all of his rage skills. You're going to be spending a great deal of time on the Veldt. Thankfully, we don't want to get all of his rage skills. There's only some pretty specific ones you want to get. And at the moment, there's probably one or two that are actually useful. Dobermans, not on the scale of useful. So we're going to use... Thankfully, they reorganized his stuff for this. We're gonna go ahead and use Exocyte, I guess. Thankfully, he's not as weak as the enemy you fought was when he uses Rage command. However, there's some little interesting features. When he becomes raged, he also gains whatever stat buffs or whatnot that the monster may have normally had. Like, if the enemy starts with Reflect or Shell or Protect, Gao will gain Reflect, Shell, or Protect, or along those lines. Those are just examples. So we're going to want to leap a few more times before we move on. Go ahead and leap on in, Gao. It also means if you know what specific enemies have which abilities, like that Berserk there, you can inflict status ailments that you otherwise may not be able to inflict. Ah, the Satellite. This was a monster in the box. I believe if the monster has not appeared on your bestiary, it cannot show up in the Veldt. Not 100% certain on that, though. An alarm sounds. Summon Imperial soldiers! They're already blinded. Thankfully, the blind status is not as crippling as in some other games. It doesn't reduce your accuracy by a ton. It is still annoying. And Green Beret. That's right, if you fight a monster in the box, you will often get what they were protecting in said box. So, it's actually a good way to farm certain very interesting items. In fact, that Green Beret is an upgrade over an Iron Helm. UFOs, Magitech, and Imperial soldiers, this is the age of technology. Magic has been disappeared from the world. It's been gone from the world for almost 10 centuries. Are they on holiday? Oh yeah, the Veldt is weird. It doesn't obey logical rules of why is this monster here? It doesn't do that. It's kind of a strange area. Uh-oh. Surrounded. Normally you want to take out all the enemies on one side first so you can better position yourself defensively, but unfortunately both of the attacks that I tend to use with these two characters aren't ones you can aim. Wow, remember these guys? Yep, way back in the beginning. These were like second group of enemies we fought. Back when Terra, Wedge, and Biggs had their Magitech armor and were attacking Narshe. Alright, where are you, Gau? I'm starting to get annoyed. There you are. Come on, let's go, little one. Wow, wow. Alright, I forgot to optimize his equipment. So yes, he can wear stuff, so he can have a little bit of armor. He can't wear any weapons, though, but he can wear relics. Now, since obviously he doesn't equip any weapons, you don't need the gauntlet. Sniper Eye is going to make it so he's higher accuracy, which could definitely help. And you can increase his strength with the Hyper Wrist. I'm going to go ahead and give him Sniper Eye and Star Pendant, because I think there are some monsters out there that decrease his accuracy. You have a contentious relationship with your consoles, Titopro. Trying to think of what are actually some good abilities. Oh, those abilities you inherit from enemies, by the way, that I mentioned. Angel Whisper. Notice how it takes like constant damage? That also applies to if you rage as one. But see, the monster I picked gave him Protect. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go rest. F whatevers. Do I have? No, I do not. Right. I'm gonna go rest as soon as possible. Ah, it's Gau. Darn it. I didn't expect to see him so soon. Oh well. He now has the Templar abilities and the other enemies' abilities. Let's go ahead and find ourselves the relic store and go rest for free because we're at super low health. I'm kind of playing it fast and loose in case you didn't notice. There we go. Fully healed. So I think we'll move on. Gau does have a decent amount of rage abilities. They just, you know, are from sucky enemies. But the problem is we haven't really run into enemies that had very good abilities yet. So, the place he wanted us to go was south of the Veldt and the Cross. So why don't we head that way? I actually didn't make any notes of any specific rage abilities to get for Gau, because nothing showed up. Leaf Bunny! The easiest of enemies in the game. Yep, not raging for that one. Sand Rays. Also not raging for those. Digestive Fluid. Nummy. Cast slow on the enemy. Ah, I see that cave? That's actually where we want to head. And I went the wrong way. Oopsies. Thankfully, most of his rages depend on his own stats. In many ways, that's a good thing, because Gau is probably going to have better stats than most random encounters you fight. Downside, there are some monsters that would be better with their own stats than his. remember, we're not gaining any experience from this, just items and money, so these are kind of pointless grinding spots. Now there is a point to grinding here later in the game, besides just rage abilities. Cyan, that shiny thing of Gao's is in here. And where exactly might it be found, Sir Gao? Gao? Forget! Shall we look around? Seems we have no choice. Whatever this shiny thing is, it's obviously important to Gao. So let's give it a look. A potion? Could this be Sir Gao's treasure? Sorry about that. I was going to sneeze. What is it? Gao, did you see something? Wow! Ah! My money pouch! There's 500 gil in there! Gao, you little... Oh dear. Sir Sabin, please let it go, for all our sakes. Ah! Just a funny little scene of Gao playing a prank on Sabin. Because that's what he does. Is this it? The shiny treasure? Treasure! It's nothing but a dirty glass bowl. Kinda looks like it would fit over your head. Huh. Wonder if we can use this. It might let us breathe underwater. Alright, let's go. These rapids are quite rapid. No kidding. This is the only way to make it time to meet up with the others. It looks like we found something Gao was afraid of. Alright, let's go. And here we go through the Serpent Trench. Underwater. Now, as we're going through this, we're going to get some choices about where to go. Follow my instructions and you'll get the optimal path. I'm just going to kind of hold down the right button, and I just realized I think I might have already missed the optimal path. I didn't remember if we actually got a specific choice or if it just kind of... Or you just hold down the button. Oopsies. Raging Fist, because I haven't used it for a while. Yeah, I think I already missed one of the decision points. You're supposed to hold down the button, I believe. Yep, never mind. There's your decision point. You want to go right. This is another one of those situations where you're going to be in more trouble because you don't have anywhere to heal except inside battle. That said, before you use Rage on Gao, he's also an excellent item user. Ouch! Yeah, Anguiform is one of the enemies you might want to use Leap on if you ever had the ability to before, but you can't now. Their Aqua Breath is a massive party wipe ability. You gotta be very careful. Hey, thankfully, this path leads us into a cave where we can use items outside of battle. So we're safe for now. To the right, though, is an X potion. You definitely want to pick this up. And then going through this cave leads you here. We're going to come up to another choice soon. And the choice will be the same as last time, actually. You're going to want to go right. Just like that. Those are the only two choices in the Serpent Trench, and they are the optimal path for getting good items. And avoiding extra encounters. See, 2 Anguiforms. You don't deal with these guys fast enough, they will murder you. They can totally, absolutely, just decide to both use Aqua Breath and ruin your day. Oh, Megavolt, there we go. That's the ability I was supposed to be looking for. Megavolt's one of the really good abilities when you rage, because it's a magic ability that Gau gets to use before when he doesn't know any magic. And we find ourselves in another cave. This one is slightly more explorable. I believe you can get to that chest. I might be wrong, though. There might be a different path. That's okay, because I think we get a different item in here? No, but I think we can just get to that chest. That lowers the water. However, you don't want to go down the hole just yet, I think. I think you want to go past. Could have sworn we could get to that chest. There we are. Here's the chest. Another green beret. So we now have a green beret for every person in this party. I'm actually gonna hold off on equipping it to... No, I'll equip it to Gau. Never mind. And out we go. I got lucky with one of those green berets fighting the monster I did in the Veldt. You normally only get 2 in this path. And here we are at Nikkei. Oof. Washed up on shore. Just like always. That's 3rd time now in his scenario. Alright, so we want to do some things in town, like go to the pub. It's a pub. Why not? No, that strange old man lives in a little cabin by the Leith. I helped deliver his son 13 years ago. It was a problem birth. The mother didn't survive and the man couldn't take it. Went loony, he did. Thought his baby was some kind of monster and threw it out. Poor little thing never had a chance. Hey, handsome young thing. Why don't you take a drink with me? How dare you! The Sentius Howler! Off with thee! Oh, don't be a stick in the mud. Let's just have some fun. Hey, do you like these? I call this one Humpty and this one Dumpty. Humpty? Dumpty? Cyan, you're too easy. Thou art unaffected by these charms? One of the benefits of my many years of aesthetic training. Oh, don't leave me standing here all alone. Enough of that. A proper woman should have modesty and decency and... I was saying... Yeah, that one's great. Ships used to sail the towns of the southern continent as well. Sen, Albrook, Miranda, all of them been lost to the Empire. Alrighty. Keep looking around. I'm shopping for imported goods. Pretty impressive. A kid like me can run a business, don't you think? You should buy something to encourage me. And he has relics, including the fairy ring, which prevents poison and darkness, and a white cape, in case you didn't get one before. Remember, I did not. That said, I'll grab the fairy ring for now, and we're going to leave the white cape alone because we have some shopping to do, including armor shopping. Actually, armor shopping should be good. I'll get a silk robe, I guess. I've already got those, so I'll get a bandana. I'll get a bandana for Locke. Spoilers, we're gonna see these characters again. This island's isolated from the rest of the world, so you can't get anywhere without a ship. By the way, what does isolated mean? Now, the weapon shop is a place that's very important to us because they sell a mithril spear. As you can see, only one character can wield it. We're gonna go ahead and buy that mithril spear for him. For now. There might be other characters later who can wield a spear. Get out of my way! Standing in the street like that all covered in filth. Alright, so do you have anything new? No. Smoke bombs are important if you're doing a low-level run. They do what you might think. They get you out of a fight early. A rock slide has blocked the route that used to lead north along the coast. So it looks like we're landlocked. Or not landlocked, sorry. We're sea-locked. We can't get anywhere through land. So we're gonna have to find another way. There was an old man by a ship that looked like he could be talked to. However, we're gonna take care of that after a short break. So get up, stretch, whatever you need to do, be able to keep watching comfortably, and this might be a slightly longer break than normal. I do have to take some notes, so, you know, grab some water, whatever you need. Just get up, stretch, and all that. And I will be right back.